Lassiter Factor.
What's up, all my movie loving maniacs? This your boy Bankful B of the Lassiter Factor, and with summer officially over, I wanted to take a moment to give you my top 10 most anticipated movies for the rest of the year. Now, these movies are not ranked, I just have them in order of release. So, from 1 to 10, these are the 10 movies that come out for the remainder of the year that I am anticipated most from the month of September to the month of December. Now, if you're not excited for the 10 movies that I'm about to list, then hey, that's fine. Just be respectful about it. Otherwise, I don't give a fuck. Now, with all that out of the way, these are my top 10 most anticipated movies for the rest of the year, otherwise known as the top 10 movies that I'm just personally more excited for than Mortal Kombat 2, The Running Man, Predator Badlands, Now You See Me 3, Zootopia 2, and Avatar Fire and Ash. First up is The Conjuring Last Rites, which is the fourth Conjuring film and the supposed last film of the Conjuring universe, but we shall see about that. But otherwise, I've been reviewing all the Conjuring movies, well, really just the mainline Conjuring movies, Conjuring 1, 2, and Devil Made Me Do It. I have those reviews up, check them out. Now, the spin offs like Annabelle and The Nun and all that, not so big on, but some of them I do like. But overall, I'm just curious to see how this Conjuring universe is because I do get a kick out of it, and Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga, they are the heart and soul of these movies. Next is The Long Walk, which is a Stephen King adaptation, and the more I see trailers for this, the more I'm curious to see how this movie turns out because just the premise alone has me curious, and it has Mark Hamill in it, Luke Skywalker himself, and he's about to go the fuck off in this movie. I guarantee it. And he might even get an Oscar nomination. Can you see that? Luke Skywalker getting an Oscar nomination post his 10-year within Star Wars. Next is Him, which is produced by Jordan Peele, not directed. Just want to clear that up because people seem to be thinking that this is a Jordan Peele movie, and it's technically not. He just helped produce the film. But regardless, this movie looks crazy as hell. I want to see it, and this definitely looks on brand for a Jordan Peele produced movie. Marlon Wayans, he is about to go the fuck off in Homeboy from I Know What You Did Last Summer. This looks like this might be his breakout role, and I'm always in the mood for a weird psychological horror film, and this one takes place within the realm of football, so this should be my gem right here. Next is One Battle After Another, which is directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, and it stars Leonardo DiCaprio. And of course, I love Leonardo DiCaprio, but the main reason I want to see this movie is because of Tiana Taylor, because I've seen her in all the trailers, and I am rooting for her as an actress. We did see her in Straw earlier this year, but before that, she was in 1001, which to me is a crime that that movie, well, at least her performance in that movie didn't get nominated for an Oscar. And seeing her in this movie where she plays the love interest of Leonardo DiCaprio, that alone gets me excited. Next, going into the month of October, starting off with Shelby Oaks, which is directed by Chris Stuckman, who you may know is a YouTube movie critic, I should say. But regardless, I have been following him for a long time, and now here he is. He's actually directing a movie. And to me, that's just inspirational in himself. Somebody that started off on YouTube just reviewing and talking about movies, and now he's directing a movie. This movie is made with Neon, and it does seem on brand for Chris Stuckman too, because he's always been a horror nut. So I'm just really happy about that. And of course, I'm going to go out to the theater to see that. Next is perhaps my most anticipated movie for the rest of the year, and that is Tron Ares. I did like the original Tron, but I'm a huge fan of Tron Legacy, and I've been hoping and praying to God that they finally make a sequel, and they finally did, and I've seen all the trailers. It looks awesome. Granted, I wish Daft Punk wouldn't have retired so that they can come back and do the soundtrack, but after hearing the soundtrack for Challengers, I have hope that Nine Inch Nails will deliver a great soundtrack. Next is Good Fortune, which I'll admit wasn't really on my radar, but I've seen some of the recent trailers and I thought this looks like it's going to be a hilarious comedy with Keanu Reeves, Seth Rogen, and it's from what I understand, the directorial debut of Aziz Ansari's, and of course Kiki Palmer and Sandra Oh. They're always good in everything they're in. Next is Eternity, which is about a widowed wife who goes to heaven and she has to choose between living eternity with both of her husbands. Well, she has to choose between the two of them, but just the premise alone, I'm like, I need to see this through. Next is Wicked for Good. I love the first part of Wicked, and I'm really curious and excited to see how the rest of the Wicked story plays out because I don't know nothing. I never saw the original Broadway play, so people do not spoil anything for me, but I do know that the characters from the Wizard of Oz like Dorothy, Scarecrow, Tin Man, and the Cowardly Lion, they play a role in the second part of Wicked. And then finally, Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery. I love the first two movies, especially that first film. Ryan Johnson, he really rebounded from The Last Jedi with these Knives Out movies, and I liked Glass Onion as well, so I can't wait to see what he cooks up for Wake Up Dead Man, and just the cast alone has me excited. But of course, Daniel Craig as Benoit Blanc is always a joy to watch. So those are my most anticipated movies for the rest of the year. Here's a quick recap. You can also check it out on Letterboxd, just at Lassiter Factor. But that's it for the day. Are you excited for the movies I listed, or are you excited for something that's not on the list? Whatever the case may be, let me know what you think in the comments section below and tell me what are your most anticipated movies for the rest of the year. This is your boy Bankful B of the Lassiter Factor. Stay safe, wash your hands, peace.